two, one. Hello! It's time for podcast with shit posters. I don't know what the title of
It's
our shit post yet, but hey! And
it's
my
your boy,
name's
armchair, the armchair, the
Armchair
armchair,
Analysts.
armchair analysts.
So
Yes.
it's me, Chotomate, the host of this stupid ass podcast. I'm here with PLDT-san and Tsar Nicholas.
Здравствуйте.
Yeah,
Yes, the great Tsar Nicholas of Russia who got domed.
domed by the people. So PLDT here is
Ah,
a shit poster, but he holds a tank page in Facebook filled with wonderful people. But now that's dead. So now they have a Discord server, link down below in the description. And then Nick, historian.
and with an engineering degree and logistics expert.
There you go. So yeah, today we'll be talking about the AFP's acquisition of the Leopard 2, even though we don't have a Leopard 2 yet. We'll be talking about why we think the Leopard 2 is a choice and why we think it's good and bad. So yeah, let's start.
So we have what the proponent for it, or straight up fucking my big ass rant about the Leopard 2s.
I think we should start with the proponent because it's gonna be pretty short
Yeah,
compared to the rant.
this is good. You have to weigh the options, good and bad.
So what made us think that the AFP is getting the Leopard 2? First things first, we're getting the Panzerschnellbrücke. You know what, Nick? I suck at German. You say it.
I can try it.
Which one was it? Say what is it? Where is it? I can't see.
Panzerschnellbrücke
Panzerschnellbrücke
Armored fast what?
Joint Assault Bridge. There you go.
jab. The Panzerschnellbrücke
Panzerschnellbrücke.
jab.
Yeah, it's basically a bridge layer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting the bridge laying Leopard 2, which is also a good platform for our drivers to start training, to start familiarizing the Leopard 2 systems. And then why we're getting these bridges? It's because our bridges can't hold Leopard 2s, even though I believe they can.
No, most of the bridges in the country have a 25-ton load limit. If you're
If
talking
they
about
go
potential
fast,
bridges,
it will not break until they
that's
go
Using the,
through.
he's
that's
using
not
the
how
Jeremy
this
Clarkson
works.
argument. Oh no.
How
He's
physics
using, he's using the speed and power Jeremy Clarkson
The
formula.
speed
I mean,
and power. It will go
you
through.
don't need the main battle tank for counterinsurgency work. Jesus the Christ.
But it's for peer-to-peer problems, you know? Anyway, aside from that one, we have neighbors who are operating the Leopard 2. PLDT, who are these neighbors again? Correct me if I'm wrong. Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore
Yes, I do
operating.
believe that's one of the few. I don't believe Vietnam operates them because they have T90s already.
Yeah, they have
Yeah, yeah,
T90s, like holy crap. So yeah,
yeah,
Damn, rich folks.
yeah, rich,
no,
rich,
because Vietnam
rich.
has a land border with their potential enemy. We don't.
True.
Not yet.
Even
True,
Indonesia
we've got a
knows
moat.
plenty.
And then in terms of logistics, at least we can get, extra parts from our neighbors or stuff like that. I don't know how that works. Hey Nick, what do you think?
No, that's not gonna be that way. You're gonna have to set up a procurement chain. So you have to get all your shit from Germany bought here, which is gonna take a while. So replacement parts gonna be difficult. In the times of war, maybe you can rely on allied supply. But since they don't it's they are the chances of that is very, very low.
Hmm.
Remember that the country doesn't share a land border with a potential enemy. Naval invasion would require a would require a major logistical buildup of amphibious troops, logistic ships. You need to maintain air superiority over the landing site. You need to
Mm-mm.
provide naval
Mm-mm.
superiority over the landing site. Then you need to have the logistics crane capable of supplying your ground forces once they land.
Yep.
So the smarter move would be to simply engage the opponent at sea, since the only one place in the country that's enough space to support a proper ground war is Luzon.
Manila.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Cagayan Valley, and the plains in northern Luzon. That's the
Well,
only places that are open enough for European style tank
So
battles.
so in order
mm,
for a QRF, that's why, QRF and like easy transport for our future tanks, that's why the AFP got this assault bridge system. That's the Leopard 2 version of it.
Yes, but the problem with the Panzerbrücke is the fact that the when you set up the problem with laying down the bridges is they can only span a very specific length. You can, if your river is wider than what the bridge can handle, then
I don't think
you're out of luck.
I don't think we have rivers that are wide enough at this point, you know.
Oh really no?
In Luzon.
Oh really no?
I don't know. I'm not from Luzon.
There's fuck, I'm trying to remember the name of that river. Oh my god.
Pasig River is already like
No, not Pasig, Apari. Apari.
Apari River is
Uh,
way up north.
Yes. But remember that that river goes the length of Luzon.
Moving forward.
It does go the length of Luzon. It merges with the Cagayan River and goes straight down.
Moving forward. So, guys, we've already introduced the Leopard 2s. Do we have to talk about why is it important to have a tank, MBT or nah?
this one's gonna be very complex
Nah,
if we
yeah.
get bogged down. It's gonna take a while.
Maybe another podcast for
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
that's gonna be another
So
episode.
Logistics alone would be a pain in the ass, but militarily, yeah, because you need a armored vehicle for low intensity conflicts and for their suppression of like rebels. But rebels primarily fight in terrain that is not ideal for armored vehicles anyway.
yeah,
Uh,
but the
Mm.
reason why you
the
know
only reason why the 113s work really well in Marawi was because they could at least cross the bridges without destroying the goddamn bridge.
True.
if they go fast.
No, the
Oh
113s
no.
are just light enough that they can cross the bridge.
But anyway, so yeah, thank you for mentioning Marawi because with the start with what happened in Marawi, it cemented the idea for the AFP to get more
Let's
fire
step up
support
its game.
systems. Yeah,
Yes,
to step up
because
its
the
game,
troops need
definitely.
something to hide behind. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. And even though we have our Simbas and our M113s, they're not exactly well armored. I mean, it came to a point where our troops on the ground resorted to putting
Wood.
plywood
Fucking
and
wood.
free Wi-Fi placards.
Yeah.
You know,
Plus, the
yeah,
113s were designed in the like what the 1950s.
yeah,
So
And
and
hell,
they're
they're not even meant to go into high intensity combat. They're literally just meant to be
battle
battle buses.
taxis.
Just
Yeah.
yeah.
Drop the troops and then get out. You know, and
They're really
support
not
from a
meant
distance.
to go
Yeah.
into a city where they're gonna get shot at
Yeah.
by potentially anti-vehicle guns.
And even though the RPGs and recoilless rifles that the rebels, the Muslim terrorists that invaded or besieged Marawi were kind of old, it was still a threat to the
anything more. Fuck, 113 is really not designed. The 113 is designed to be proof against small arms.
Hmm.
Okay, anything
yeah
bigger than like a small arms is gonna punch a hole. The 20 mil, the even the 12.7 from a 50 cal with like
Yep.
AP can go through the side of a 113.
that's true
So
that's true. So yeah, after the siege of Marawi, it opened up the eyes to the high-ranking officials and some politicians. Now, hey, why don't we get tanks? Boom! I think it
About
was
damn time. It's been 50 years.
hell. It's about time. And then boom, we have this project, the Leopard 2 bridge assault bridge system. But yeah,
yeah, but that
The
in Marcos era were so
Panzer
things.
Jab.
yeah,
The
Leopard 2, yeah.
the
Uh,
Leopard 2s.
So
Leopard 2 is a good, reliable vehicle though because it's diesel engine. You save on gas. You have range. It's good armor,
good
but
gun.
ammunition maintenance is going to be a pain in the ass. You're limited on your capacity to cross bridges because the tank's so heavy. So,
mm,
which means it's going to take a hit on your deployment times. So when you develop a vehicle and you need it to get somewhere, you're gonna have trouble because you need to carefully select which bridges can hold the weight of your Leopard 2.
Hence why they have the joint assault bridge system first. You know,
Your bridge system you would have to bring with you.
yeah,
That will still delay your advance.
not, but it will delay, but not as much.
Yes, but it will also announce to the enemy where you're going.
Oh, sige lang, wait,
Because the bridge,
the psychological damage of seeing enemy armor is enough na.
The psychological damage is true. But if the enemy knows their path of travel, they can set up an ambush and wipe out your entire tank battalion before they get to the fight.
Hence why you need to secure it with infantry, the path, the route, and until to the AO ba. But yeah,
Being able to focus your forces without the enemy knowing that where you're going to focus your forces is one of the key strategies in combat. Okay, it's of Clan Clausewitz. You focus your force in the point of penetration, the Schwerpunkt.
wow,
Because
we have
if
went
the
full
enemy
German,
knows,
guys.
if the enemy knows, so you're gonna focus your troops, they can vanish and retreat and fight on their a battle on their terms, or they can lay an ambush. It's really the being able to go anywhere, be anywhere is a very important thing to have. The fact that you have a mobile armor unit, you have to really make use of that mobility. But if you have
True.
such a heavy vehicle, you can't because you're limited to the roads you can take, you're limited to the bridges you can cross, and then your range is limited by your fuel. So in a nation that's mostly islands, having a heavy full-sized MBT is really not the smart move.
You can even argue that even in places like Luzon, it's still not a smart move because fuck, Luzon is
Just
it,
really,
it's got
really
too
big.
many rivers
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
it's big.
Luzon is the only place where you can because historically World War II there was a tank battle that occurred in northern Luzon
yeah.
because it's flat enough for proper tank battles to occur.
With the tanks that I hate, but the Lees.
The M3. No, they
Uh,
also had Stewarts.
yeah,
It's
The
Stewarts.
Stuarts are understandable, but the M3 Lees, you know my gripe with the Lees, Nick. So, ugh.
Wait,
The
we
Lee
had
was a good
least?
for what
Yeah,
they had. Battle of Luzon did not have Lees. They had M3
Yeah,
Stewarts.
yeah.
was it Lee?
But this was
Was it Stuarts or
It,
Lees? I think it was
uh,
Lees.
Stewarts, it was
oh,
Stewarts
it was
because
Stewarts.
most of the lease went to the British.
Yeah,
Great.
because it was the Philippine garrison had Stewarts. But if you want to like armored combat, the Philippines hasn't seen armored combat since the 10th BCT in Korea, and they had Hellcats.
Was it Hellcats or
Okay, fast
Jacksons
though.
or was it
Hellcats.
the other one, the Bulldog, Walker Bulldogs?
No, they had Hellcats and Walker Bulldogs. I think
Okay.
Conrado Yap rode a Hellcat. I have a photo of Conrado Yap somewhere in a Hellcat.
Yeah, I also got that photo.
The the Hellcat, that's what it's not a heavy vehicle. It's not a particularly heavy vehicle, so you can get
Always
anywhere.
But it's a
It's
tank
got a decent
destroyer.
gun. It's got a decent gun, which will help kill whatever it needs to fight. So it's like mobility is very important. Like, you can't ignore mobility because it's light enough. It can cross most bridges with ease.
True. So you guys think that the Leopard 2, getting the Leopard 2 is a bad idea?
It's too heavy.
I think it's a bad idea.
It's too heavy.
Rip.
It like
It's far too
the us
clumsy.
I wouldn't call it clumsy. They're modern MBTs. Modern MBTs are not clumsy. They're pretty agile, but
No,
they
no, no. What I meant
weigh so
by being
much.
clumsy is that when you use it in the environment such as the Philippines, it's going to be always having a lot of restrictions.
Yeah, it's limited on what it can do because if the roads, so it's like some mountain roads cannot take the weight of like a 70 plus ton MBT. They're gonna
But
Mm.
crack
but
under the weight.
72 tons is the total weight of the tank. But correct me if I'm wrong, because I've read a post somewhere in Max Defense Philippines, a very reliable source for our modernization programs and progress. I've read a comment there that true, it's a 72 tank total weight, but then thanks to the tracks, it's like a distributed weight na. So it's possible for it to traverse the bridges.
Well, if you make the track super wide, like
No,
Osket wide, no, it's
because
still not going to work.
what you're doing is remember that it's physics. Energy cannot
It's
be
still not
created or
going to work.
destroyed, so it still equals to the weight of the vehicle just spread out. So the road, it may not crack the asphalt, but the support structure for a bridge, for example, the support structure of the bridge is designed to hold a maximum weight.
Hmm.
Okay, that maximum weight is spread out over each of the pillars. 70 like a 25-ton bridge, its maximum load limit is 25 tons. Okay, so that's distributed load. That's 25 tons distributed load.
Mm-mm.
So it's because if it were 25 tons point load, then the bridge would have to be extremely overbuilt.
Uh-huh.
So, like if you have two 8-ton trucks, that's 16 tons distributed load across the bridge.
Mm-mm.
So even if you have, and usually they have leeway. So the bridge limit says 25 tons, but it may take 30 tons, but your tank is 70 tons.
That's over. That's
That's
way
like
over the.
overweight
Um,
na talaga.
mm.
Yes. And so your other option to move the tank across the country is
By sea.
railway. And in Europe, they have railways to move the tank from A to B.
How about by
Railways can
sea?
carry much more weight, but
By sea, it's going to
by
be
sea
still
you're only
problematic.
limited to coastal areas. If by sea,
You're also going to be limited by the size of ship, the capacity of the docks, because remember, you're gonna have to unload these tanks. That
Yeah.
means you're gonna need cranes.
no, you don't need to. Row, you can roll the tank on, roll the tank off.
You can, but that depends upon the ship design. Some
Yes, but
ships don't have the front,
Don't we have huge
the bow ramp.
LCTs? Don't we have
yeah,
huge ass LCTs?
we have landing ships. Yeah, that's not getting the tanks on a fur. Not that great a problem. The great problem occurs when you try to move the tanks inland because bridges are small. They don't. Much of our provincial bridges can't carry more than 25 tons. 30 tons. Um, Fuck, I can't remember if there was a bridge that's rated for 50 tons. But I think only the very big bridges can take like
Only the railway
heavy
bridge
loads,
as
like
well.
heavy loads. Well, no, there are no very few. There are no railways because since the end of the war, there's like most of the railway networks here are gone.
Yeah.
You can't
Nah,
even head
nah, check.
anymore.
If only we could have maintained it.
It's another
Well, damn
political
shame
shit.
the fucking Japs bombed it all and couldn't
No,
fucking
it was more of
rebuild
a
them.
political thing. For example, I will get into politics. The Cebu used to have a railroad system that went north to south, was operated by the Philippine Light Rail Company.
That's true.
At the end of the war, the Osmeñas owned a bus company, so they never bothered to repair it. They just built a road over it. So the modern
That's
north-south coastal road, main road that in Cebu is used to be what the railway was, because it was cheaper to rather than fix the rail, just build a road. And then so you don't have to build the trains.
damn shame.
Damn shame.
You can use the roads. But the roads again, you have bridges with like 40-ton weight limits. So you're not getting the tanks up mountains to fight you're not gonna get tanks. You're not going to get tanks up mountains to fight the NPA or the alphabet terrorists.
I
Oh,
find that cute. The alphabet terrorists.
Because it's the logistics wise gonna be a pain in the ass trying to get the tanks up there. Forested area and tanks not so good. But there
Hmm.
are very useful like things that happen like in Vietnam where they put flechette ammo in tanks. Oh man, that was funny.
Shotgun.
Canister, canister and force are great. But again, the Sheridans work really well in Vietnam wherever they were.
As long as they didn't fire their ATGM because that one exploded.
The Shillelagh was complete garbage.
Yeah, that one exploded.
No, it had horrific. Oh, then again, it was a very early ATGM. They were trying to figure out how ATGMs work.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell, if I recall correctly, they were expecting the U.S. Army in the future to basically not have cannons, just ATGM launchers.
yeah,
yes,
what a joke.
yeah, but the biggest problem
Oh,
with ATGM launchers is a tank shell moves a hell of a lot faster than your guided missile, and you can't bring that many guided
God
missiles. They're
damn.
like twice the size of a tank shell because heat heat missiles are
Way.
mission capacity is determined by their diameter, opposed to their size. I think it was the diameter because the cone is the jet is like a function of the diameter of the cone. So that's why
I
like
thought it was the depth of the cone.
yeah,
Like the depth, not the width.
no, because it's diminishing. I think it's diminishing returns if you make it too long.
Mm.
How is this
Because
related to the Leopard 2, guys?
oh
Oh,
yeah,
fuck, right. Let's return to Leopard 2. Okay.
with like a tangent the wrong way around.
We went to Shalala. Oh no.
I went to rip on the shillelagh. God, I hate the shillelagh.
The shillelagh sucks.
Same.
End of story.
Same. Okay, let's go back to Leopard 2. Come on.
Yes,
So I,
I
I've
love.
I've seen the post where katong the post that I saw in Max Defense, and then there's a
Yeah.
comment that said that our MBTs can go through our bridges. I just lost the post again, so I'm scrolling down. Oh, there you go. So there, if I'm live, I'm streaming it live in in my Discord right now, so you can see.
I'll check. Watch.
Gotta get my glasses. Not my eyes.
So here at 60, a comment by Eric Ibasco, at 60 tons overall weight, most PH bridges can only have a 40-ton capacity. Then here's John Carlo Dasilio that commented that this has already been debunked here in the page because the answer is weight distribution. Blah blah
Okay,
blah.
distributed load.
Yeah. So if it's a truck with two axle, the capacity is rated for 8 tons, but if it's for four axles, it's capacity for 16 tons. Explain why the DPH, and then there's this guy again, same guy. The tracks distribute the overall weight into several load points, like the axles on a truck. If in the picture, the M1 Abrams, which has varying rated weight, but will go over the average of 65 tons, and then so I'll just click that. So
Do
I
you believe the DP8WH bullshit? Really?
okay. To be fair, since you brought that up, no.
It's very hard to take their shit at face value, especially when they greenlight this bullshit idiotic projects. So yes, I have some serious doubts.
But okay. Removing that, removing our bias
I'm not
against.
talking about major. No, major bridges can support armored vehicles. I'm not talking about major bridges. I'm talking about provincial
Provincial
villages.
ones.
Then like
Yes,
this one, 20
Mm.
tons.
terrorists won't show up in a major city unless they have one fucking enormous bone to pick. They're going to show up in small provincial towns to terrorize people. And then how are you going to get a tank up there?
Marawi, Nick.
Yeah, however, Matt was arguing for Leopard 2 in a peer-to-peer adversary
Yeah,
Yes,
role.
peer to peer. I agree. Thanks, but then in terms of anti-insurgent ops, then
yes,
it's a waste of resources,
yes,
honestly. But
yes.
I agree as well.
Think about it. What is your closest opponent in a peer-to-peer fight? Your most likely opponent
Saba.
that okay, fuck, fucking we'll go fucking there's not going to be an invasion of Sabah when there is a giant fucking dragon across the sea.
Matt, we've got a moat. We don't need it. We've got a moat already. Come on.
Saba.
Matt, we can leave it. We've got a moat.
Opponent
We
has
don't
a
need to
lot
pick fights with
more
people we don't have
tanks than
to.
you do. It doesn't matter how good the Leopard is, they're gonna outnumber you from the get-go.
True.
So
Along s-
you gotta think of your strategic approaches. How are you going to make the use of your limited budget?
Okay.
Trying to match them in a tank versus tank is seriously an enormous waste of money.
True.
Trying to get force parity with just by playing their game. The best strategy is to adopt the Swiss strategy and what the Taiwanese defense minister was trying to do, which is the national redoubt. You make the nation so costly to invade that you would bother doing it.
I mean, we're not even bothering fighting for our own, you know,
We're giving up our moat, and I'm upset.
Yeah, what it makes me of, yes.
ever wonder why we don't have a civil war yet? It ain't worth it. We've already done what Taiwan did. Think about
No,
it.
because if you're trying to get force parity by matching the opponent's strategy is a silly idea. So the because you're never gonna be able to outspend them. So they're always
True.
going to have material. They're always going to have material superiority. And when you have material superior, how you cannot match somebody with like 3 times your GDP in material superiority. That's not how that's gonna work. You have to be smart with your resources. So rather than doing force parity, we can do what the Vietnamese did.
Okay, but
Make it costly.
make it costly.
Make it costly.
Get T90s, yeah, and yeah, then again,
No,
they are close to China in terms of land mass.
Yes,
So
Vietnam's strategy is national redoubt. They're going to bleed any non-invasion dry. Every inch it takes, they're going to take enormous casualties.
basically, I think you guys are in agreement that getting the Leopard 2 is a complete waste of time
More money to the Navy
Yes.
would be a
in
smarter
in
idea.
in our current situation in terms
Yes,
of
because
domestic threats. But
yeah,
how about peer to peer?
I
with country,
personally think that we would be better off investing more onto the Air Force
Navy
or the
and Air
Navy.
Force, Navy and
Yeah,
Air Force.
because the Navy and the Air Force are really going to be our main defenses against anybody across the sea. Remember, we are an island. We've got a fucking moat. They don't. Well,
Mhm.
unless we give up our moat,
No, the
and they
best
do.
strategy is to defeat an invasion force. So it takes a very long time to be able to build a landing ship. So if you can if you can sink their landing ships fast enough, you can prevent an invasion and have a negotiated peace. Because if you wipe out their invasion force and accompanying logistics, like transports and accompanying logistics, they're out of the fight.
Hmm.
You cannot take and hold ground with airborne
Okay,
forces because you
assuming
can't
that the
successfully
invasion goes
support them.
through, assuming we fail to disrupt and totally destroy their invasion force, they successfully landed somewhere in Luzon or Palawan or in Cebu, and then the tanks roll
What are
in.
they gonna do in Palawan?
I don't know, man.
What they want to go and take a vacay on Boracay?
No, 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 no,
Okay,
no. Think about it. Think about it. If getting Palawan, that's another base for them to operate and just land anywhere near Philippines. But
that's true.
I'm not questioning that one. I'm just saying, lang hypothetically, if ever the a peer has successfully invaded our homeland and then land battle ensues.
Don't beat them in a straight up fight. Lay ambushes, trees, follow the roads. We have
Mhm.
the terrain. Our terrain is very useful for funneling forces
In
into
the
narrow
context of
roads.
the Leopard 2, then
I don't think it's a good idea.
You will
I
have
really don't
less
think it's a
Leopard
good
2s
idea.
than ZTZ 59s. So that's the problem. I mean, doesn't matter how good your Leopard 2 is, you can get a 5-to-1 kill ratio and still lose.
We're gonna get Germany. We're still gonna lose.
yeah, but we're gonna make
Yes,
them pay for every inch
Yeah,
of
but I
ground.
don't think it's worth it. I think it's just better off if we invest in a lighter vehicle or the Air Force, because at that point they've already landed. The Navy's already out of the picture,
Yeah.
no,
and
you're not
it's
gonna
best
beat
to fight them
China in.
asymmetrically.
Fuck, I said it. You're not going
But
to beat. You're not gonna beat the Northern Dragon with in Air
we're
Force parity either. They have way too many planes.
yeah, but best we could do is like
Yeah.
try
Yeah,
to contest them in a limited time
assuming
so
the
that we
air
can get our bombing runs in.
That's true. That's true. Assuming lang that the air battle is done, the sea battle is done. Now it's time for the ground warfare, and then the urban setting.
No, and the problem when you get to the ground warfare, something very bad has happened. Something it has gone all wrong. If you've already made it to a ground
So
assault,
that's
that means that they have force parity and they've completely controlled the sea. They've completely controlled the skies. That's if it gets down to a ground assault. Because once you land your ground forces, you need to be able to supply them logistically. If they've been able to supply them with logistics and transports can land safely to resupply the ground forces, then we are well and truly fucked. Because they can use their material and force superiority to totally annihilate us. There's no contest.
so it doesn't basically what he said is that basically Leopard 2 doesn't
We're
matter.
screwed. Yeah, we're screwed either way. Leopard 2 doesn't matter. So you know what? Why bother? Let's just kill ourselves.
You can you can
No.
beat so
Defeatism.
no, the only way is to beat them in the sea. If you can beat
Yes.
them in the air.
Which will be another episode, definitely.
Because land invasions are like if it's come to a land invasion, something has terribly gone wrong.
I
That's
agree.
if the land invasion occurs, that something terribly gone wrong. So that means that all lines of defense have failed and they are able to successfully land
Not
because
all. There's still the ground.
naval invasion is the easiest. Beating a naval invasion is the easiest way to beat an opponent because all of
Hmm.
their forces are concentrated on single logistic ships. So transport ships, they're all concentrated on transport ships. So their forces
They're
are all
they're very
concentrated
vulnerable.
in few assets. So when they're already dispersed in a land formation, they will take their force width is much wider, so they're harder to kill altogether, as opposed to in a transport where if you sink the transport, you got all of them.
Damn. So regardless, we're screwed.
In a
Nah, I don't think we're
land war,
screwed.
if it gets to a land war, we're screwed.
Yes, I agree with that. But as long as we can defeat them at the sea, we got a fighting chance. I'm not saying that we can win, but we
Yes,
got a fighting
no,
chance.
that is our best strategy because the Northern Dragon, they focus so much on the size of their military, they seem to neglect the logistics behind it. Like
That's true.
they have no experience on land invasions or naval invasions at all. So you can see that their forces are heavily leaning to the like defensive posture. So they don't have much in the way of strategic mobility. They don't have that many logistic ships. They don't have that many transport ships. They they don't have the logistics to support a full-on land invasion. So if you can beat what that their current fleet of transport and logistic ships, you can basically stall an invasion until you can create a negotiated peace or allies arrive. So
Hmm.
basically that's your best strategy. Say that's your only way. Taiwan has it harder because they're much closer.
Yep.
So like even air because you can command small boats to do the invasion. You can bring larger vessels later. So because it's so near, it's not as hard. But for us, since we're further away, it becomes harder because they would need larger transport ships to get across the pond.
We've got a moat.
Yes. You beat them in the sea. They are the easiest to beat in the sea. Heck, you can set up a battery of a fuck ton of harpoons or fucking
No,
missiles
no,
and
I'll do
just
even
swarm
better.
them from
Brahmos.
this. Yes, Brahmos batteries and
Brahmos.
just
My
swarm them.
God.
I love that thing.
Because of that because you can't hide a naval invasion. You
Hmm.
can't stealth your way through a naval invasion because you will see the fleet coming.
Yep.
So you can put Brahmos batteries in trucks, like the Fuso or the like Isuzu trucks. You
Hmm.
can station them in
Oh my
In
God.
bases
jungles,
This
along the
and
this is
then just
coastline.
this has become a technical shit posting page now. Oh God, no.
You can, you can see the force coming. You can assemble your anti-ship trucks and just launch volley after volley of Brahmos.
Oh man,
yep.
They can't afford to lose that many transport ships.
I can
And the thing,
already imagine a line of Hiluxes just aiming at the coast right now.
yes, not no, it's not the Hilux
Get
because
to the
Hilux are
red
carrying
drag.
Brahmos. So it's like an Isuzu na truck. It's an Isuzu flatbed with Brahmos on top.
I can already imagine Filipino sailors shouting, "Revenge for Taiwan!" to Winnie the Pooh as they
Yes,
launch Brahmos.
Oh God.
because the and that's why you need a navy. You need a navy capable of surviving. Uh, you need a navy capable of surviving hits
Hmm.
from large missiles because the damn it, the dragon to the north, they've got they still subscribe to the old Soviet doctrine where they have very very big missiles designed to kill American capital ships. The
Well, how can
biggest
they kill
problem,
American
yes,
capital ships when they're not here?
oh, the biggest problem with the Granite and those big anti-ship missiles, they're very hard to intercept. Even the Iskander, yeah, the Iskander M, they're very big, they're very hard to intercept, but they don't carry many of them.
Hmm.
You like the a ship that designed to carry like 6 termites. You can on the same displacement ship, you can carry hundreds of harpoons.
Yes,
Who's going to run out first?
of course, the ones that have termites.
Exactly. The same thing because you have termites on board. You have the big anti-ship missiles. You can't carry again the you can't carry a lot missiles because most of your displacement was taken up by the termites. So your point defense missiles, they can't carry a lot of them. So they will run out first. It's because more of the displacement is taken up by the large anti-ship missiles. So basically, you can swarm them with missiles. They'll run out of point defense missiles. then they'll have to rely on their like sort pseudo kashtan, but that's gonna run out too.
I still,
That and eventually
I
at
still,
least one missile is gonna get through.
Yes.
a lot of good information. I just don't think this is related to Leopard 2. But hey, yeah,
So
Leopard 2
let's go
sucks.
back to
Another tangent
Leopard 2
again.
sucks.
No, I would. Leopard 1 is better because Leopard 1 is lighter.
But it's
Like,
old.
but still in service
But old.
because you need something that's lighter, less stress on the infrastructure.
Okay.
You can
If
move
you want
faster.
something
It's
lighter,
limited.
if you want something lighter, let's talk about something that it's already confirmed that we're getting. And then
Are
PLDT,
you ready?
introduce your baby,
ASCOD.
the
Yes,
ASCOD.
gods.
Okay, so let's go through the. Hold on. Wait lang po din kasi nag-record ko na eh. Okay, so let's go through the notes for the ASCOD too. Well, Sabra ASCOD to be exact.
Mhm.
It's a 3-man tank,
Mhm.
which means that it's got an autoloader.
I hate the problem with 3-man against maintenance again. It's gonna get hit by maintenance.
Yeah, but can't you just have maintenance companies?
Yes, but then you
Can't they
put
just
more
do the
stress
same
on the
thing?
maintenance companies.
No, I don't think so. I mean, take a look at what the French did when they converted from 4-man
To
AMX-30s
yeah,
to 3-man Leclercs. They just basically took
inc-
all of the guys who got fired out of the loader as part of the maintenance crew.
yeah. You
Mm.
no
They
change
could
of
just do that.
manpower. Yeah, no change of manpower
Mm.
needs. It's just
Yeah.
a lot of putting somewhere else.
Mm.
It's just redistribution to another company. Anyways, it's got a fully stabilized gun, has auto
Mhm.
tracking. The autoloader has a total capacity of 12 rounds for the ready rack and another 24
Eeh.
on the hull, which is a bit small.
Yeah, it is
Mhm.
small. Holy crap.
Yeah, it really is. Especially when you see how tall the tank is. It's very weird.
Very weird, and it's considered as a medium tank. Anyway, continue.
It's got smoke grenades,
Hmm.
eight
That's normal.
eight smoke grenades.
That's normal.
Now here comes the part that I really like. It's got a 360-degree panoramic sight for the
Mm.
commander, which is
That's
very
nor
good.
Mm.
that's normal. A lot of
Yeah,
vehicles would have already
Normal,
have a
normal,
360
Nick.
degree.
that's
But
normal for everybody else except
for
us.
Philippines,
Because
Yes.
yeah,
remember, we were using scorpions.
for the longest
Oh
That's why
god.
time.
of course the Scorpion we never bothered to upgrade it. The Australians did.
Yeah, that's the problem. We didn't.
Yes.
And
That was the
okay.
problem. So we never bothered to upgrade the fucking things.
Okay.
Anyways,
So the gunners have a modern thermal sight, which means that we can actually see things at night. Wow!
wow,
Wow!
wow.
We can see things from more than 500 meters away. Let's
Yes, but
go.
Let's
again,
go.
that's another thing that can break.
Yeah, it's another thing that can break, but
Inevitably
then
break.
again, maintenance
I
company.
remember my brother was on the was our Navy ROTC before, and he was on a Philippine Navy warship. They couldn't fire their gun because the firing pin had to be imported from Germany, and they never had the budget to do so.
Nice. This is why you don't trust the
I
Germans,
think it was
goddamn it.
Peacock class frigate. I think somebody will end up knowing that.
I know that. I know that, but
Yeah.
it's got the 76 on the front.
Yes.
The gunner also gets high definition color sights and
Nice.
a laser
Does,
no, not a
does
laser
it
warning.
does
Let's
it
see.
come with
It's got
RGB
a
lights?
no, we're not yet gamers. We're not the Philippine Army is not true gamers yet.
It's freaking nice.
Um we also get a laser range finder for the gunner.
Mhm.
And
That's
also,
that's kind of stuff that like a lot of vehicles like would have by default.
By default,
yes,
yeah.
but keep in mind, this is to us.
Okay, okay.
This is revolutionary stuff.
What I'm interested knowing PLDT would be which I know you mentioned you were getting the 30 millimeter autogun, but are we also getting the 105?
Yes, we're also getting the 105. The
Nice,
105
You
is
need
the
something with
main thing that
HE.
we wanted.
You need something
nice.
with HE.
Oh,
Finally.
it does have HE and it's
Yeah,
got
exactly.
hash.
You need something with HE because
Hash?
that's
Yeah, it's
Hash?
got hash.
You mean Bish?
Okay. Anyways,
Damn.
continuing on
We
with
still
the
use
positive
we
notes.
still use hash. Oh, okay.
The ASCOD, the Sabra ASCOD 2 has a battlefield management system, which means
Again,
we're actually
more
better off than some Russian divisions who have to use flip phones.
Wait, so it can be a command
but the
vehicle.
Russian
Yes.
divisions can be excused because their tanks are what 40 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, their Cold War turnover. That's not an excuse for a modern tank.
Yeah, but have you seen the T80 VBM? That's basically just a T80 but with extra armor.
It's
Yeah.
basic. It's still a T80. A T80 is still very old.
Yeah, I don't like it. I really don't understand that thing, but that's for another episode. The drive for the turret and gun is electrical. Whatever. The driver has thermals, and we have the option to put on applique armor.
The driver has thermals?
Yeah, I don't get that part because does the driver really need
I mean,
thermals?
I would
Because
understand
I
night
don't think so.
vision. I would
it
understand
would
night
help
vision, but
because it would help because you remember you're down one crew member less, so you have
Hmm.
more eyeballs looking out.
oh,
Okay,
that makes
okay,
sense.
makes
That makes
sense.
sense. Makes
Makes
sense. Makes
sense.
sense.
Yeah.
Because the TC will be swerving, so you can look left and right. You have the gunner
No,
that's on the gun sights.
The TC wouldn't need to swerve the turret anymore because it's already panoramic.
Yep.
But yeah,
He
the
still needs
argument,
to point his head, smartass.
the argument that more eyes looking around, yeah, makes sense. So okay,
It's a
continue.
very good argument.
Yes,
Continue.
because you're down one less
And
crew, so you have one guy less that's eyeballing, check looking around. Because the loader, when he's not, loading, he's looking around. So
mm,
more eyeballs is good.
all right, so now let's go to the negative notes, and mainly most of these are because they're not gonna be coming with a tank. We have the option to acquire these things later on down the line.
No, plus it's again the budget thing, man.
Ye-
Anything has to get approved through Congress, which is hilarious.
yes, that's why, but I'm still gonna put them on the negative notes. It does
Just
not
like
have
just
it
like the
does
hilarity that
Wait,
was the
so
result class. Like it's supposed to have harpoons, but we couldn't afford any.
yeah.
so
It's
wait,
Anyways,
so the
so
ASCOD
dumb.
we're getting is only wait, what?
It's essentially buying an L300 with just the basic. Like I could have aircon, but I chose not to.
mhm.
What
Okay. So let's
Got
go to the
better
things that
ability.
this thing does not have.
the
Well,
fuck?
once we receive them.
Okay.
Um,
Do that. Do that. Do that.
it does not have a laser warning receiver, which is bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
It doesn't have an APS. It doesn't even have soft kill APS, let alone hard kill.
No,
It
because
doesn't have NBC or an aircon. It doesn't have an APU. And with applique armor on, it's gonna weigh in like 42 tons.
Which is already
There are
more than
some
enough our
conserv
bridges can handle.
There are some
Oh,
conservative estimates that give it a weight of 37 tons without the add-on armor.
my God.
I could
37 is the upper limit of what the provincial bridges can handle. So we're already like it's gonna be tricky to transport it A to B.
mhm. The power pack is a bit personally I think it's a bit underpowered because it's only 720 horsepower for a 42-ton vehicle. It's gonna give us a 17.414
Power to rate
horsepower
ratio.
to weight ratio.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, I'm gonna laugh as it tries to climb up to Baguio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Holy
sad.
crap.
It's
It's
gonna be
gonna be
so
sad.
slow.
Wait,
It's but it's a turbo diesel one. It's a turbo diesel. Should be fine.
no,
As
it's just
long as
diesel. It's just diesel.
What? Are you
Yeah.
yeah.
fucking kidding me?
It's just
What?
diesel.
Didn't get the turbo diesel?
Nope.
I think the ASCOD never had turbo diesel to begin with.
Hold on, huh? I don't know about these Italian engines, but my God,
It's
really?
not
No
even
turbo diesel?
Huh?
it's not
It's
even
not.
Italian, it's
It's
Spanish.
Spanish.
Mierda!
Mi- Mierda indeed.
Mierda.
Fucking no, the fucking. But when you get to the thin air, when you want to train you cannot train in Baguio anymore. You have to like train sea level because he's gonna slow down to a
The
crawl.
choke. It's gonna choke.
I swear the Spanish are screwing us all over again after
You
300
have to
years.
like fight in high altitude because your tire's gonna be sluggish as shit.
Yep. Wait,
It's like 15 mine
unless
all over again.
don't we have like big trucks that can carry these?
Well, we got the Russian trucks.
The URL can't bring that. I'm talking about like those
No, hold on.
the the
The
transport trucks
Hemet,
that the
like the
US.
sort of that
Yeah,
looks like the Hemet.
yeah. The
It's not
transport
the Hemet.
the
It's a Chinese knockoff of the Hemet.
don't we have that?
I know. I think those things only max out at 12 tons.
Yikes. This thing is a
Ah!
37-ton
Plus, you
vehicle
need
at
like a proper
conservative
transporter if you want
estimate.
to bring like a tank. You need like a proper transporter, and those
Yeah,
are quite large.
don't we have a transport
I
vehicle for that?
No, because I think it's still heavier than the Scorpion CVRT that we used to have.
Oh my lord.
It is
Uh,
heavier than the Scorpion. Wait,
it is because it's more capable.
yes, so it's heavier than the Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my
Undoubtedly.
oh my lord.
Anyways, the final negative note for the ASCOD 2 is it was delayed by COVID-19, like the rest of our acquisition. Literally, we went ahead and we got the armed forces of the Philippines got given a massive budget, well, a pretty good budget to modernize itself, and then everything gets cuckolded by COVID
By
19.
COVID-19, yeah,
Yes.
Oh,
that's true.
You know, I
how
wonder why did
unlucky of
anybody think
us!
of getting the Marder?
Hmm?
Marder would be.
I think the Marder is expensive. Wait, okay. Thank you for bringing Marder up because this brings up to the second couple of questions of mine also. What secondary armaments are we getting that and are we getting for that? And is the ASCOD just purely a AFV or is it going to be an AAPC also?
I believe we're also getting the APC model, the one with the 30 millimeter up the top.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, because the ASCOD has the engine up front, so yeah, you can
Yep,
put people in the back.
yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Which is why I'm still wondering.
how many soldiers will it fit?
It says here 8 passengers.
Oh, a squad then.
That's
Not bad, not
yeah,
bad,
yeah. That's not that bad.
not bad.
Basically Bradley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically a Bradley, but with less
we
controversy.
don't. Not yet.
Not yet,
Not yet.
but looking at how we're getting this, yeah, I'm already looking at the controversy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Here we go.
there's something to be said when your vehicle is able to swim though. At least the 113 can swim.
Is this not
ASCOD
amphibious?
can't
I
swim.
don't think it's amphibious. I think it's
ASCOD
a bit
can't
too
swim.
heavy. Come on, man.
Yes, it's a bit too heavy for swimming.
Yeah, I even
Um.
believe going faster won't go through water.
You know, being able to swim is a kind of useful thing to have when
Yeah,
you're in an archipelago.
yeah,
Yes, I
yes,
agree
that's
with that
true.
one.
Yeah, I mean the if you really want to go like full on Red 4, I think there was a BMP that could swim, or was it the BTR?
I
BMP.
think BMP 2 and BMP 1 can swim, and I think BMP three
I
to an
think
extent.
all of the BMPs can be amphibious.
No, no,
As long
the
as they
latest
don't have the add-on
BMP.
armor, they're going to be able to swim.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
because they got rid of that because it made the thing too heavy. It became too heavy to swim.
Yes,
I can't
that's what I
remember. I
said.
think it
As
was a
long as it doesn't
BTR.
have the add-on armor, it's gonna
Oh
swim.
my god.
No, the later generation ones didn't have like add-on armor. They were just too simply too heavy.
That's what I said.
Rip.
I'm trying
Oh
to
yeah, so the
think.
secondary weapons, are we getting the FN Mag or the MG3?
Um, I
You
don't think it went into that specifics. It just
Uh,
said that we're gonna get
you
ASCOD.
you mean Hitler's buzzsaw and Browning's machine gun? It's you know that the I think it was the GPMG or the FN Mag is like an upside down Browning.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm not even gonna argue. Yeah.
sure.
No, because it does use. I think I'm trying to remember. That was the one that uses the it uses the same action as the BAR but flipped upside down,
Weird,
Wait,
so it
hold
could
on.
take a belt.
weird. So we're
I
get
think. Hold on. I think ASCOD 2 only uses like
FN Mag.
yeah, F and mag.
Okay, not that
Oh,
bad. Not
that
that
really
bad.
doesn't matter. It's
Bad.
those are very reliable, and we can always swap it out when it gets here with like an M60.
Yeah, sadly.
Sad.
Why not?
Sadly.
The M60
We're
is
gonna
great.
go in.
You
Hmm?
kidding me? The fucking FN Mag is the M60 is a great gun. It shoots slow enough that it doesn't overheat that quickly.
Yeah, but but why though?
There's nothing wrong with the M60. Okay, it just got old. And it was just too heavy. But in a vehicle, it doesn't matter. You're not carrying the thing around.
That's true.
Unless you want to be a sadist and send
So,
your gunner
so
to.
you're telling me it comes in here without all the additional bullshit.
Nope.
So what does it have? The 30 mil, the 105?
Basically, it's the base model.
It's just
Yeah,
the
it's just
base
base
mod. Ah,
model.
okay, I see no problem as long as we're getting it as long as we're getting the upgrades down the line pa in the future.
Yes.
Yep, the offer is always going to be up,
Oh,
Oh yeah,
basically.
the
that's good.
BMP2 can swim 7 kilometers per hour on water. Yeah.
7 kilometer? Never mind. I'm better off
Uh,
swimming myself.
I could swim faster than that, not gonna lie.
Yes, but I have armor.
Fair.
I can dive.
I prefer to be in an armored ISB than swimming out in the open.
I prefer to be in the sky, thank you.
I prefer to be on land.
That's the yeah, it is the but I think all the BMPs can swim. I have to see. It doesn't say which ones like can't swim anymore.
One way to find out. Let's play War Games Red Dragon.
No,
Just send him there.
we have the modded version, so it's not gonna work.
We can always go back
The
to the
Yeah, I know.
vanilla.
I saved I saved the regular version so I can swap between the two versions, no problem. The
So the ASCOD won over the
no,
K21
but
and
No,
the
we're getting
Arma.
ASCO too. We're
if you
getting
look
ASCO
at
too.
if you look at it, but if
No,
you
but
think
one
about it,
like
I think it would be
WON.
Oh, okay.
We're
Okay.
getting the
if you think about it, the Philippine infantryman isn't particularly tall.
nor heavy.
Actually, yeah. So technically, Soviet block equipment would suit us better physically. That's why, like the Japanese, their indigenous vehicles are like smaller
I agree.
than the
Yeah,
Western vehicles.
that makes
Yeah,
sense. We
that
can
makes
go red
sense.
for.
That makes sense. That we could do red for, but the argument here would be the nearest logistics point in order to get the materials and equipment.
Vietnam, smartass.
I mean, I'm sorry, but ASCOD's coming from Spain.
God damn it.
Yeah, because like it out there, Philippine Marine Force interested in BMP3.
Seriously.
Philippine Marines, BMP3.
Seriously. Nice.
I think that's a good idea.
That's a good
It's old.
idea.
It's actually a very old article though. It's like 2016,
Oh
so
no,
I
it
cannot
means it's
guarantee.
cancelled.
Yeah,
Most
definitely
most
probably
likely.
cancelled.
Rip.
No, it probably could be in like administrative hell, like cycling somewhere.
That's
We
true.
Likely.
don't know.
That's true. That's true.
But a BMP3 would be great. It's low profile. If infantry fit
Got
in
a
it,
big
no
gun.
problem. It can swim, I
It's
think,
longer than the ASCOD, definitely.
but it's shorter.
It's shorter.
Oh, it can swim
It's
10 kilometers per hour on water. Yeah, it can swim.
it's also got a dirty big great 100 millimeter gun,
Yeah.
It's a low
which means good
velocity.
aging.
It's a low
We can
velocity
we
100
can
mil.
we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
s-
yeah,
we
but it's
can
still a
we can
100
slap
millimeter gun. I
we can
don't
slap
think
Yeah.
the
rockets on it
insurgent over there is going to like him being hit by a 100 millimeter HE.
Yep.
or any 100 millimeter at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, because in Indonesia also uses the BMP3. Eh,
Hmm.
Hold on, I'm
not
gonna go and
bad.
take a
It's
piss real
actually
quick.
yeah, it's not bad. The BMP3 ain't bad. Like
Imagine
it, it,
imagine slapping some rockets onto it, Nick.
it
Yeah.
already has rockets.
Yeah, but
You put a you can
if we're
put like
gonna
a
buy
concourse or something on it.
if we're gonna buy it, pretty much we're gonna get it on the base version.
Yeah, cause fuck, it's even lighter.
How light?
18 tons. It's under 20 tons. Like fully loaded, it's under 20 tons.
Not bad. Not
That's not
bad.
bad.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, it's actually better than the ASCOD. It's under 20 tons, so it's lighter. Probably cheaper too, because it's Russian.
Yeah, but that begs me to ask the reliability of the
It's
equipment.
Russian.
It's Russian, so I mean, easily break down. How about the maintenance for the thing? You know,
Typically, Russian design philosophy is they usually make these things very easy to fix. So if a Russian piece of equipment breaks, you can basically
the
fix it with a rock.
T80 and the T64 would beg to differ.
What, the T80? The early generation T80s were tough as hell.
Yeah, but the maintenance was hell also.
Yeah, because they ran on turbines. I think the T80 was a turbine tank.
Still proves my point. Maintenance is
It's their fault for switching to a turbine.
okay.
Yeah, it was a turbine because they tried to match the Abrams for power to weight. So
Alright, I'm back
turbine.
from my piss. Hello.
Yes. Oh yeah, the BMP3 is actually a great idea. It's actually lighter than the ASCOD.
Yeah, I do like BMP3.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's probably cheaper too. Holds more people. Can have 7 plus 2. So
Yeah,
10.
but it doesn't have the doesn't have 105 though. Like a
Mm,
high velocity 105. It's got a howitzer basically.
why would you need a high velocity 105? What on earth do you plan to
Peer.
kill?
Peer.
What
Just in
on earth
case.
do you plan to kill?
If it's
Peer
going to
to
be
peer,
if
just
it's
in
going to
case.
be peer to peer, why use the main gun? We can use the
You can
Conquerors.
mount a coronet or a concourse, so we're
Yeah,
good.
but Conquerors is a lot slower than a 105 millimeter APF SDS.
Yes, but think of the only place in the goddamn country where you can use that range.
Uh, Planes zone.
Coasts.
The odds are you're gonna be firing at very close range. So a medium velocity 105, 100 mil is gonna do the job. Or point blank range hit from a concourse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but does the BMP3 have a battlefield management system?
You can add that in.
Can
Computer.
you? It's a bit cramped in there. In it.
You can add it in. It's a computer.
Mm,
I mean,
Mm,
it's cheaper.
mm.
It's cheaper to have. It's cheaper to buy.
mm,
Can you
It's
put a
lighter.
360-degree panoramic sight on it though?
It can swim. It can swim. Very
Can it
useful thing to have.
can it
you
see
know what?
360 degrees
With how
though?
with
Because
how
even if the enemy blows the bridge, you can blow your bridges and you'll be okay because it can trim. But the problem is the Chinese also have amphibious vehicles. So yeah, there you go.
yeah, I'm gonna go with ASCOD.
Going with ASCOD.
I'm going for ASCOD because yes, the BMP3 sounds good and all, but with the tech advantages that the ASCOD provides, it's way better off because battlefield awareness and modern or advanced communication systems is way better off than having old BMP3s.
They're not
That can
old. You
swim.
can buy brand new BMP3s.
Yeah, but can those ones swim?
Those ones can swim. Yeah, they can still swim.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the newest one,
I
I think.
am pretty sure the ASCOD can do waning,
Waiting.
wading.
Wading is different from swimming. Just so you know.
I'm just saying our with how shallow our rivers usually are, yeah, wading is an option.
I think the only problem with wading in the Philippines is going to be the soil in the rivers. They're going to be very muddy.
Assuming there's still soil, they're not garbage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Garbage will only make it worse.
Yep.
It's gonna
yes,
get stuck.
yes, but the BMP is lighter, so more flotation. Yeah,
Let's just be hopeful that the Marines push through in getting the BMP3.
Yes.
yeah. But then you don't have commonality in parts. Gonna make logistics harder.
There you
Do you
go.
think that's something that the Philippine Army cares about? We have like 10 million trucks. We have
Trucks
Russian trucks.
alone, but
We've
trucks
got
alone do not
Chinese
equal
trucks. We've got American
logistics.
trucks. We've got it's
We have
Israeli
we have
trucks.
Trucks
Korean
you would
trucks.
need to
We've got
stockpile
Korean
parts. You
trucks.
need to stockpile spare parts. You need to stockpile spare parts. You
Speaking
need
of
to make a
which,
procurement. You need to make a procurement system.
speaking of which, the same logic goes with the Leopard 2s. We're getting Leopard 2s because one of the reasons why logistics and parts can be acquired or can be helped out from our neighboring countries. Can
That is
can
if they
can
decide to
yeah
share
that
great big if
assuming that they do, okay, assuming that they do, can the same thing be said for the ASCOD?
Arguably, no. No,
Indonesia
because
uses BMP3s.
there's only three other countries who use ASCOD. Well, the ASCOD platform: the UK with Ajax, the
Yes.
Spanish and the Austrians, which are, as you know, very far away from us.
So
Oh shit!
why did we
Indonesia's still ordering BMPs. BMP3F
So
2010, 2019 is BMP3FL.
why did the DND AFP acquire decide the ASCOD would win over the K21? Okay, was it the K21?
Or the
K41 and
BMP.
the Harimau.
If I recall correctly, they said that it won because, well, it's got a lot more electronics. It's just better at the electronic department than the rest of the tanks.
but then you'd need to set up an entire new maintenance battalion just to deal with the electronics.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Because
Don't don't
inevitably they
argue
will
with me.
break.
Argue with them.
Yes, inevitably they will break. Who'll be around to fix them?
The maintenance crew.
Because over reliance on electronics is going to bite you in the ass eventually. Definitely.
Hmm.
Oh man, what's that?
I got nothing to say now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boevaya Machina Prechotti.
I have.
I still like ASCO too though.
BMP.
It's from what it looks like it's a very capable vehicle.
I thought BMP stood for Bronovaya Machina Piacotta, but it actually Boeva Machina Pechotti. Or am I reading it wrong? Not me. I might be reading it wrong.
Let's ask a Russian guy. Do we have a
Boevaya
Russian
Machina
guy?
Pechotti.
No, we
Because
don't.
I've always thought BMP meant Bronovaya Machina Piacotta. No, but it's Pechotti. Unless oh fuck man, my Cyrillic is rusty. For this. No, because I always end up reading Cyrillic like Latin. Like sugar is not easy to pronounce. Or it's not easy to read. Because you think it's
Why
just
can't
like it's
Why can't we just get the striker?
American.
Oh.
Because if the army is ditching all of its striker mobile gun systems, why can't we get the striker?
Uh,
I
I
have
uh,
opened the can of worms.
buying American just opens a recipe for just overcharging everything.
mhm.
Like you did notice that American shit's always a lot more expensive than everyone else's.
Yeah, that's true. Never mind. Never mind that I asked.
Oh my god, Vietnam still operates BMP ones?
Oh my god,
Does it have
where
good
are we getting
thermals?
these?
What do
You
you
know,
mean BMP one with thermals? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
then again, PLAT, the Vietnamese can go without thermals. I think they have already proven that in Vietnam War.
Yeah, but the addition of thermals is always going to be a good thing. Except for the maintenance crew who have to actually fix it.
Yeah, so I have to end up fixing it every so often when it breaks. Thermals are high sensitivity flare cameras are quite sensitive things.
Hmm.
And
No
we get
doubt.
a bit I mean, if you can keep it maintained, it's great. It'd be
Hmm.
great if you keep it maintained.
Yo, the engine of the ASCOD, it's in the front, right?
Yes, it's front
Yes. Yes,
front
it
right. That's
is.
how
So
they
it's
can have people in the back.
so it's Israeli day.
No, that front right engine thing is like normal. It's the a lot of like transport vehicles have it that way so that they can fit people in the back. Even the old 113 did it that way. You can put people in the back. French light tanks also have the engine up front
When
because they
will
needed to keep the thing as
when
low
will
profile
we
as
have
possible.
the delivery of these tanks, PLD?
Um,
Soon,
as I
PM.
said, as I
Soon.
said, they were delayed by COVID. So hopefully, once COVID clears by, and we're still not dead by that time, perhaps
Hmm.
we'll get the ASCOD soon. Perhaps.
Sad. Sad. I kind of like the Harimo.
I
Uh,
like ASCOD more.
I kind of like BMP3.
Anyways, wait, didn't we say that the ASCOD is not gonna have, well, we were saying that the ASCOD is not gonna have a lot of controversy yet.
Yet.
I think I think once we publish this podcast, it's gonna start getting a lot of flack.
I doubt. But
Woo! We
notifications
doomed it,
might hit
Pog.
up something like the BMP3 is great.
We
Why would
doomed the ASCOD,
We have doomed the
Pog.
ASCOD, and now we are pitching in the
Woo!
BM3, BMP3.
BMP3.
No,
Let's go. We're gonna have to wait for another year, Pog.
no.
but the BMP3 is not bad. I mean, it's relatively inexpensive. It can swim. It can hold more people.
Yeah, but
For
are we really gonna try and do? Are we really gonna try and doom a vehicle that we're already just expecting the delivery for BMP3?
There was no refund or something.
No,
They had a
no,
refund
no,
clause
I
I
don't.
somewhere.
don't think there's
I
no
don't think
refund.
so.
I think they
I don't
already
think
built
so.
it. We're just waiting for it to be shipped.
So fucking shit. That's it. Like the BMP3 doesn't look too bad. I mean, because the ASCOD
It
doesn't have
doesn't.
like the ASCOD doesn't have like it doesn't default come with an ATGM launcher.
Yeah,
It's an
but the
optional
BMP3
extra.
doesn't also default come with a 360-degree panoramic sight.
But at least it can come with a Coronet launcher.
It can
Yeah,
come.
but does it have does it have actually good thermals?
It has a Namut thermal sight. I don't know if that's good. It's Russian.
Oh
Oh
no.
no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
So we're ordering 18 of these ASCOD 2s.
Yes.
You can
So
probably buy more
that's
with the same price, BMPs.
You're actively torpedoing it.
don't
Forget
listen.
the
Don't
God,
listen
we're gonna
to. Don't listen to
Don't
Nick.
listen
money
to him. Don't
BMPs.
listen to Nick.
As much as I want the Harimau, yeah, get the ASCOD. Don't get the BMP3. Marines, get the
It's not
BMP3.
worth for the Marines. Yeah, sure. Go
Yeah,
ahead
the
and get the
Marines,
BMP3.
understandable,
Yeah.
but for the AFP,
Hmm.
hell nah, 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 nah,
Please
nah.
no. Just get the ASCOD. Go through with it. No need to refund it, please.
Like BMP is small. You can hide it easily because it's short.
Marines, listen to
It's
him.
slim.
No, Marines, listen to Nick. Army, listen to our shit posters.
Then you
Yeah.
have like this
Sure.
weird
Surely you will.
mismatch of parts. The Marines show up in the BMP and the fucking army shows up in an ASCOD. If they use the same, no, the Russians. I don't know. Maybe you can have a special request with the Russians. Like, hey, instead of we can, no, let me see. Let me see. I need to look at. I wonder if they released the technical specs. I can look at the dimensions of the turret ring.
Um,
Oh no.
I think they did on the PDF that they removed.
Damn it! I wanted to see the turret ring.
Oh, we're also getting the Pandur.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, so the
That's why I
Pandur
said
ring.
that's why I said with the very earlier on in the recording, I think I said that we could just put the Sabra turret away from the ASCOD and put it
With the Pandur.
onto a
Yeah.
Pandur,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and it
yeah.
still works.
It still works.
The Pandur. Why are we getting a tank then? The Pandur can do pretty much the same job as the ASCOD.
Oh god, he keeps on torpedoing it.
Oh no. I think I have to stop this.
And it can
Stop it before
swim.
they get any
It can
ideas.
swim.
They before
No,
they
no,
get any ideas.
I think I can argue with Nick here because the Pandur is wheels. Well,
Oh
The
no.
Ascod is track.
You can blow the tracks of an ASCOD. If you pop a wheel on a Pandur, it can still move.
But the traverse the country
Can't
what do you
neutral stay?
what
Wait,
what
no, it probably can.
what was
The
that?
cross
What's the term again? PLDT.
country mobility.
Yeah, cross
What?
country mobility of track vehicles
Pandur
is
is
better.
faster because it's lighter. It's 18 tons as opposed to 26. It's amphibious too. It can swim.
I
It's
think
air. It's
I
light enough to be air transportable. So guess what? You can use the C-130 fleet to move the thing around.
and I think it's not going to help also to tell Nick right now that we're also getting the Guarani,
Wait, what's a Guarani?
the 6x6 armored personnel carrier developed by the Brazilian army.
Oh, that thing.
We're getting
Why would you
28 of
buy the
them.
Pandur and the Guarani? Why would you buy both?
I liked how it did, how it like
One can do the job of the other.
I like how it got distorted.
It's like no, because it's like you're setting it up for a logistics nightmare. Because you have like two different vehicle systems that do pretty much the same thing.
PLDT, how many
Sige,
torpedoes?
Filipino Army.
How many torpedoes did Nick launch?
I think he I think he basically went and took Kitakami and launched all the torpedoes from both sides.
Damn.
One for one for one for Ascod, one for Pandur.
And then another one from for the Brazilians. Rip.
Yeah, for the Guarani.
So I
Let's
don't get it.
go.
It's like I don't get it. Why would they? It does the same thing.
Again, wheels and track vehicles, Nick.
In modern vehicles are so agile. There's no
Actually,
difference.
hold on.
There's
I can argue for Pandur being is still being ordered in along with Guarani. Guarani cannot fit the Sabra turret.
oh,
And
then
it's
don't get the Guarani. Get the Pandur. They do the same thing.
Hey, at least we can save ASCOD from the controversy.
yeah.
Money. Just get more Pandurs.
Wait lang, how much is the Guarani compared to the
The
Pandur?
Guarani is cheaper than the Pandur because it is a smaller vehicle.
Yeah, and
But
we're
they do pretty much the same thing. So if you're getting the ASCOD, why get the Pandur? Then the Guarani will do the job of the Pandur if
no,
you're transporting stuff.
I think they're setting up the Pandur to be a command vehicle for the mechanized division and mechanized and motorized division X.
Why
it's
can't you save
it's
money and
that
go for 113?
it's
Because the
that or they're going.
M113s are old, slow, and old.
I
You don't.
also
Command vehicles never meant to be under attack anyway. So why
Ah,
just not have a 113?
tell that to the tell that to the doctrine we're using right now.
Command vehicle's not supposed to be in combat anyway, so why do you need it to be new?
Because the Pandur is again supposed to be a tank destroyer, a command vehicle, while the Guarani is an APC.
Hmm.
There
Damn
you
it, they
go.
don't have they don't have the schematics for the ASCODs like turret ring, but I found the BMP's turret ring.
well, yeah, it's old.
Well, because it's already been studied and ridiculed by almost everyone out there.
Oh well, no, the BMP is not a bad vehicle. There's a reason why they're still kicking around.
He
It's
he's
old.
torpedoing the others while rescuing the BMP. Okay, Nick.
An old. It's such an old vehicle, though.
They can say the same for the 113.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like the 113.
That's why we're
But
not getting the
you
113.
know, the BMP is like so good. What do you think the Germans built the Marder? Doesn't that look like a one? That doesn't that look like a BMP? But
It
NATO?
No,
no.
no,
No.
no,
No.
Look
no.
at look at
How? How? It doesn't even float. It doesn't even float, Nick.
you can make a Marder float.
How dare you bring
Yeah,
up the
sure, if you
German?
try hard enough.
How dare you
No,
bring up
because
the Germans, Nick?
the mistake they didn't make it float. That's their problem. They didn't design it to float. You could just as easily design the thing to float. Hey,
Whatever.
look at it.
God,
The
Whatever.
what the
Marder pretty much
Vatamcha.
does
Whatever.
some. The Marder pretty much does the same thing as the BMP does. Again, it's friggin'
Whatever, Nick. I'm gonna go for the
God,
Sabra. I agree with the Sabra as a light
I'm
tank.
going with ASCOD.
I
ASCOD Sabra.
yeah, the ASCOD Sabra. I'm also okay with the Pandur
Mm-hmm.
and the Guarani.
I don't know about the Guarani because I think we could really just go with Pandurs.
yes, you could just go with Pandurs because it kind of does the same thing. The only reason why you get the Goran is it's cheaper.
There you
So
Mm-hmm.
go.
why not just go? Why not just go all the way?
Yeah,
Keep the
just go.
Ascot for the vehicle, remove the Pandur entirely, and just use Guaranis.
Because the Pandur is not an APC.
The
Doctrinally,
Pandur can be an
doc,
APC.
doc, it can be, but doctrinally wise in the Philippine army, I think it's better off with having the Guarani because again, it's cheaper. I mean, if the purpose is to
Exactly.
transport
If you
and
want
fire
ground
support,
support, then you just bring the Guarani.
yeah,
If you want fire support, you bring the goddamn Ascot.
or the Pandur.
Ignore the Pandur entirely.
Hold on. Here's the thing. You were arguing about like mobility and stuff. What if the Ascot over there can't cross the river, but the Pandur can?
Can the Pandur be amphibious?
The Pandur
Yes,
can swim.
Oh,
yes, it can.
there you go. There, oh yeah, 6.8 miles per hour in.
6.8 miles per hour. That's better than the BMP. We're faster, boys. Woo!
He has fun.
Uh,
So yeah, yeah.
The
I'm
BMP
gonna
has a
go with
gun.
PLDT here. If the ASCOD can't go there, the Pandur can.
exactly.
Oh, How about the
Then
Guarani?
why
Is it?
have the
Is it?
ASCOD?
No, it's not.
You can
Why
you
have
can
the
have
ASCOD? That's
Pandur with
because
cannon.
Why have the
why go with
ASCOD?
the ASCOD? That's because when you need the armor, you get the ASCOD. When you need the fire support, you get the Pandur if the ASCOD can't cross the river.
Yeah.
The ASCOD and the Pandur can both get one shot by a rocket launcher. So it's kind of point. It's kind of mute point,
Yeah,
regardless of
but
how much armor you have.
ASCOD can have APS. I don't think Pandur can support the APS because too heavy.
Too heavy. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure. If this thing seems have seen combat in fucking Afghanistan, there is cage armor for this fucking thing.
Hold on,
If
let's
you're
see
gonna
it
put
then.
the cage armor on a Pandur, why not just get the striker? Hey.
Or an LAV.
Well, no, 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 not the LAV. Mahal.
Oh, God damn it! I ended up looking up the CV90. God damn it!
Besides, who
Why the
need?
ASCOD looks so much like other IFVs? Look at the Swedish one too.
It really looks like a CV90. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah. I mean, if that's the case, why not get the CV90? I like Swedish stuff. I like IKEA. I like PewDiePie.
It's fucking like, God damn it! I can't find the dimensions for the ASCOD's
You,
turret
you
ring.
want the Marder 2, Nick? Just get the CV90.
Wait, the ASCOD has an off-center turret.
It does.
It does.
Look
But
at the schematics for what the Pizarro, which is like based on the ASCO, which is like the predecessor to the ASCOD. It's got an off-center turret.
Hmm. Interesting. We did not know that.
ah,
Oh, turret is off-center, huh?
ah. Wow. Okay.
Slightly to the right.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. I guess they had to make room for that engine.
Wait. Hold on. The engine is on the right side though.
Yes. Oh no, because the driver's on the left. There has to be a tunnel
Yes.
for the driver to go through. That's why the engine and the turret are both on the right.
Okay.
Huh.
Huh.
So it has
Huh.
an off-center turret.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
The BMP3 has a center turret.
Here we go. Okay.
Ah.
Okay. I can argue with this. You see the cupola at the back?
Yeah.
Well, the guys from the back can easily go and knock on the driver's head. Big brain. You can bully the driver from the back.
Jokes
You
on
can't do
you.
that in the BMP3.
Jokes on
You have
you.
to get through
BMP
the
has
turret.
hatches in the back too.
What?
BMP has hatches on the back too.
No. What I'm saying is that the guys in the back can go and knock on the driver's head for driving poorly. Big brain. You don't
No,
have to go through the turret.
no, they can't. Yeah, they can because there's a tunnel that lets them reach to the there's a
Exactly.
tunnel that gets this into the driver.
I don't know with you guys, but
Isn't that better for the driver that he doesn't get annoyed?
No. He has to
It's
get annoyed
BMP.
so that he drives better. Stop driving poorly.
I'm still going for the Pandur and the Guarani and the ASCOD. Sorry, Nick.
Same.
Like
Sorry, Nick.
fucking, it's the Pandur. Like the only difference why you would get the Guarani because it's like cheaper and smaller. But that's pretty much it. Because if you wanna like the
And the
Pandur,
elec
you can.
and I'm pretty sure the electronics also is also good here in
Because
the
it's kind of moot
Guarani.
point if you're getting the
Mhm.
ASCOD. Because the ASCOD is like
I already
the
argued
armor
for
won't
this,
save
Nick.
you. The armor won't save you. And I don't want to ASCOD
Yes,
armor the
it will.
Pandur.
Yes,
The
it will.
APS will.
Not just the
The
APS.
APS
Not just
will.
the APS. You know
Because you can
the
armor
cardboard can save you. The free
It's also got
Wi-Fi
composite.
can. Yeah, the
you
free
can
But
Wi-Fi
also,
you can
can save
armor
you.
the Pandur.
Yeah, but the Pandur you can disable by hitting more than one wheel. That Sabra, I
The
mean, yeah,
ASCOD,
sure.
it's tracked. You smash the track, it's done.
It becomes a bunker.
It's- Unlike the fucking Pandur, you blow up one wheel, you're still good to go.
Yeah, but
And I have a,
pretty shit driving experience.
chances are
and
chances are, Nick,
Pandur.
if you blow up the wheel, the chances are you already blew up the entire Pandur.
No, because I'm pretty sure this Pandur is like I think the Afghan versions, the ones that were service Afghanistan, have like the mine resistant design.
I
There's
don't
a
believe we're
V-shaped
getting the
hull.
Afghan versions.
So they have a
There
V-shaped
are
hull.
Afghan
Oh,
versions of the Pandur.
There's the ones that were used in low intensity conflicts.
Because I don't think they were deployed in
Nah,
Afghanistan.
there were the Czechs apparently made a modified version.
What the
Mm.
hell? That the Czechs deployed in Afghanistan?
I know, right?
Part of
Okay.
part of part of the peacekeeping action. A lot of Europeans did. EU was there
O-
doing fuck all. Same with Americans.
o- okay. Weird. But
But
okay.
if cause the ASCOD has a flat bottom the hull, means if you drive over a mine, it's kaboom, you're done.
How much more the Pandur?
The Pandur doesn't have a flat bottom hull.
Yeah, but you know what?
It's no,
Y-
because it can be protected. It can be mine resistant the same way as the
Same way as the
was it the
Sabra.
striker? I think no, was it the striker that was mine resistant? Or was it the fucking God? What was it called? Oh my God! I'm trying to scratch my brain trying to figure that out. The fucking what did the U.S. used in Afghanistan? The striker with the
MRAP?
MRAP.
the AM. There it is, the MRAP. No, they also have a modified striker that was designed for use in Afghanistan too. That's like mine resistant. Because you can have a mine like kaboom underneath and you'll be fine. Very useful for IED protection. I don't think they designed the ASCOD to be IED resistant.
Let me check.
Hold up. Huh. We ordered Atmos and the Kuryongs. Ah.
I heard. I was thinking Dolby Atmos. You ordered the surround sound.
God damn it.
Oh, oh, hold on.
Uh,
It says here that ASCOD 2 has mine blast resistant seats for the crew and passengers.
oh, so my ass will be intact while the rest of my body gets vaporized. Excellent.
Yes. Hey, at least it's some protection than having nothing at all.
Yes. And,
Ay,
no,
nako.
because I don't think it's because its hull isn't shaped in a way to protect it from IEDs. It's flat.
Yeah, but do
And then again,
M1s,
the BMP
but
3 isn't IED resistant either. So uh,
why
Pandur
get the
is.
BMP3? It's not mine resistant.
Yeah, but neither is the ASCON.
Neither is the
Yeah, but
Pandur.
at least at
No,
least the Ascot's got a big gun.
fucking BMP's gun isn't much smaller.
Yeah, but it's got a 360
But
panoramic sight.
at least the
Hmm?
ASCOD has a high velocity cannon. Your BMP3 can't do that.
Yeah.
Swim! BMP can swim and carry an 80 GM.
Oh, the Pandur can do that too.
Yeah.
Optional extra. I can't carry. I can't carry an 80 GM. I couldn't afford any. Pretty sure if first comes to it, you can put a malutka on a BMP.
No.
Oh God,
No, please, no.
please no.
Malutkas are cheap.
God.
You
I
may not hit anything, but they're cheap.
God, I hate Malyutkas.
They're atrociously bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's the thing. They're actually based off like a German air-to-air missile.
No, it's their
Like
first
in World
generation
War Two.
GMs. You really had to like guide them in with the joystick.
Yeah, I hate it. It's like blowpipe.
It's
Oh my God.
fucking it's something. Hey, it's better to have a cheap 80 GM than no 80 GM at all. I
Pa-
doubt insults have enough penetration to go through tank armor.
Well, if their insults are hard enough, then yes.
Ay nako. Pandur, good. Guarani, good. ASCOD
BMP
Sabra,
plus.
good. Leopard 2,
Yes.
debatable.
Bad.
BMP 2 up there, just right there. BMP 3, sorry, BMP 3.
BMP3 in Nick's imaginary list, yes, way up. So yeah,
I
that
mean, the problem you'd have is just training. But then you can just train with the Indonesians. It'll be right as rain.
I guess that's the I think we're ending now. I don't want
Yeah,
I don't want Nick to jeopardize our acquisition of the ASCOD, the Pandur, and the Guarani any further. I don't want him to send more
No, because
torpedoes. No, Nick.
you
No,
can
no, 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 no.
no,
Shut up.
no, no,
Shut
no,
up,
no
Nick.
more.
No, no, no
Get
more.
out of
No
here.
more. No more.
you can ASCOD turret on the BMP, so you'll have one kind of weird hybrid.
No, no,
What?
no, 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 no. Bad, 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 bad. Bye, guys.
Sayonara.
Sayonara. Sayonara.
They're gonna fit. It's like, oh, I can put that. So I'll have this weird. Because I think the Ukrainians did the same thing with their like T-72s.
Mem, 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 mem.
No, no, no.
I was
And
like,
and 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 and
End
and
it, end
bye.
it, end it.